You're awake. At long last. Thank the heaven and hells below and above. I was starting to think my efforts were for naught. Wait. Please, don't stress yourself, darling. A true resurrection such as yours takes a great toll on the body. It's best if you just rested for the next day or so. Do you need anything? You're shivering. Do you need more blankets? Oh, and you must be starving. Well, Who who am I? Darling, it's me. I know my features are a bit sunken now, but you needn't look so afraid. It's still me. It's still your husband. You don't recognize me. Of course, I should have suspected something like this would happen. Even with all my powers and strengths, your mind being in limbo for so long, it's only logical that there might be some damage to your memory. I Forgive me. I just give me a moment to process this. I'm sorry if I frightened you. I just It's so good to see you again. It's been so long. I'm sure you have many questions. Perhaps it's best to start with you telling me what you do remember. Okay. I'm I'm relieved to hear you still remember your name. You remember baking? Oh, yes. You were actually one of the most amazing bakers I've ever known. Especially those sugar cookies of yours. You always made them into the cutest little shapes. Animals, hearts, skulls. If it was for any of the Magi meetings, you always had a way of bringing sunshine wherever you went. With that beautiful smile. That smile was the whole reason I fell for you in the first place. Do you remember? Of course you don't remember. Because of the amnesia. I'm glad to see you haven't forgotten your sense of humor. Would you like me to remind you? Perhaps it'll help you regain some of those memories of yours. Splendid. Well, it's kind of a long story, but. Well, I was much younger at the time, as were you. We met at a harvest festival in your home village. I was just a scrappy necromancer at the time, and my companions and I were there to stock up on some potion ingredients. I was hurrying back to the wagon when I turned a corner and splat! We ran right into each other. Or, well, I ran face first into that massive cake you had been carrying. I remember you dragged me back to the kitchens and demanded that I help you make a new one. The result was atrocious, but the experience was one I would never forget. Despite your ire at the start, you were so kind and gentle. I remember getting lost into those eyes of yours and completely forgetting what I was doing. That cake ended up being full of salt instead of sugar. And your boss ended up getting furious and fired you. That was less fun. But because of that, I bought you this massive bottle of dwarven mead, and we shared it for the rest of the night. The next morning, we both woke up face first in a puddle of mud in the middle of the woods. I remember pulling out a handkerchief to try to clean you off as best I could. But, as if that would have done anything. Uh, I came to visit you quite often in town afterwards. And after a year or so of visiting and talking and just being in each other's presence, we eloped. Your parents weren't exactly too keen on you marrying a necromantic cultist, you see. They would they would never have given me their blessing. Huh? What? How how did you die? I uh, well, it it was the plague. One that I was unable to save you from. I did all I could. I begged the gods for their mercy and demons for their bargains, but it was beyond my reach. I made sure that you passed comfortably in my arms. I've worked tirelessly since that day to bring you back to me. Huh? How long has it been? Give or take a few months, it's been about 300 years. Despite my best attempts to keep your body preserved, time is a fickle thing. When it comes to reviving the dead, at least. And I didn't want to risk your well-being by rushing bringing you back to life before I was capable. I even had to try on myself, which is why I became a lich. Reviving the dead is no simple task, and learning how to do something like that takes more than a lifetime. I'm not proud of what I had to do to become a lich, but I get to gaze upon your face once more, and that means this is worth it. Looking at you, after all these years, I can finally rest easy knowing that the years and years and years of work I put into bringing back the most pure life I've ever known. And I succeeded. You look tired, my love. Has all this talking worn you out? I apologize. I shouldn't have kept you up this long. No, you needn't apologize for something out of your control. The mind is such a funny thing. I'm sure your memories will return to you in time. For now, rest. I will be alright here. I've waited 300 years to see you again, and I'm more than capable of waiting 300 more if I must. Who knows? Perhaps this is a chance for us to fall in love all over again. So, rest well, my love. I can't wait to restart my life with you.